What does feminine chivalry look like?
Feminine chivalry looks like
That's a good question.
she'll take you out on a date sometimes. Or she's bringing things to the table. She might not take out the trash, but she might cook you a meal. And I think that goes hand in hand. Like, we need more of that. Should be 50-50.
How do modern
I like that. I like that little interaction right there. Specifically, it's complicated asking that question. Like, what is a chivalrous act for a woman directed towards a man? Like, what can a woman do that shows chivalry to a man? And that's a great answer. Like, just showing that you are also interested and that you're also, you guys should be playing a game of like building each other up in a sense, putting like little Lego blocks together. Like, you know, you add some, y'all are pouring into each other. You're pouring into the pot. Hello, and welcome back to another episode here on the Bridge Reacts, and I'm your host here on the channel, Marcus. Thank you for stopping by to see another episode here on the Bridge, where we're talking about good things, we're talking about great things, we're also talking about positive things as well. Here on the Bridge, we're trying to decrease the divorce rate, add into long-lasting relationships, marriages, you know, trying to do better for ourselves, the community, stronger working force, a stronger family unit, nuclear families, having mom and dad there together to raise the kids so they can be a great asset to society. And if you like what we talk about here on the channel, please subscribe, hit like button, notification bell as well. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by to see us. Today's video, we're talking about something a little bit different. Actually, we're matching a couple of different videos from the past together into one big video. One half of this whole video is chivalry, and if it's still, you know, a thing, or if it's dead now, and we talked about that before. The other half, it would be simping. If you're not familiar with simping and, you know, being a simp, basically doing anything and everything to get attention and some kind of, I guess, gratification from a woman when she doesn't really look at you the same way that you're looking at her. Today's video, we're looking at It's Complicated and It's Complicated channel. The video's title is What's the Difference Between Chivalry and Simping? So please check out the original content creator. Let's get straight to it. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far.
How did chivalry go from being about medieval battle etiquette to serving women through courtship?
Men trying to get laid.
Well, sweet and short to the point.
Do you think we have a simping problem in this country, and if so, why?
There's definitely a simping problem in this country. Some people might call it a problem. Some people might be capitalizing off of it. It depends on your views.
Do you believe that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it?
I don't think that I think feminism is just the equality of both the sexes. No, but yes, I do think it is dead.
Feminism, I think, is misunderstood in that it's women being treated equally. And I guess in a way that would destroy the traditional idea of chivalry, in that instead of the man doing everything for the woman, they should do things for each other. It just seems fair.
You know, before, a woman wouldn't ask for it. A man would just do that, and that shows that he's a gentleman. Now, women are demanding these things. Like, you got to take me out, you got to pay for the whole bill.
That means that I have all the power, and anything that I want, the dude has to do before he can get what I got going on here.
If you don't, you're not getting no ass. Like, and it's like...
She's not wrong. We'll pause it here for just a second. We're going to make this video a lot quicker than a lot of the other videos I've done recently.
C-A-P.
But yeah, she's not wrong. One thing when it comes to, you know, us trying to woo a woman, right? We're trying to do the thing. If you have better intentions, you actually want to pursue this woman to be your wife, you are being much more chivalrous. You're showing that you have much more interest in just trying to get in between her legs, right? So you open the door for her, you get her flowers, maybe have a really nice romantic dinner, a nice little date, planning things, maybe go on trips, you know, all the fun stuff, all the fun, cool stuff that you can do to show her that you're interested in more than just sex, right? But she is exactly right. I mean, women do hold the power when it comes to sex. Men typically hold the power when it comes to relationships. That's why we get on one knee to propose to the woman, unless you don't really believe in everything that's traditional. You just want to pick and choose, and you want your cake and eat it too. You're one of those individuals. But
men are typically expected to approach women, ask them out, pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move. What part of the current dating process isn't chivalry?
You're pursuing. So.
I'm not sure who expects those things, because everyone I know, the women I know, they expect to pay 50-50 when they go out with someone new. And yeah, chivalry isn't really a one-sided thing. It's
this guy's an interesting character. I mean, he has. I mean, the way he's dressed up and he's presenting himself, he does seem like he's much more left leaning, or he's around much more liberal women who aren't as traditional, who I guess tend to, look at third, fourth wave feminism as something that's still necessary when it kind of isn't. We deserve equal opportunity, equal rights for the same type of work. How fast you can get the work done. 100% agree with that. When you start to say that we're exactly like men and we are, there's no different and we should be treated the exact same, like women should be treated like men and men should be treated like women, that's when you're losing me. That's when you're losing a lot of people's interest and you're blurring the lines too much. And that's why we have the outcome of recent events, because you've been blurring the lines too much. That's exactly what happened.
I just think that's just what you have to do as a man. Me as a woman, I'm not going to go up to no man and try to take a man out on a date.
But why not? Why not? If you are interested into this man, maybe drop the handkerchief, That's the original part of it. You drop the handkerchief, he picks it up.
How can chivalry be dead when simping is alive and well?
I don't believe that simping is alive and well.
I think it's a part of the etiquette standards that we were raised with, that we don't really know the origins.
What's the difference between simping and chivalry?
I feel like the difference between chivalry is that a man is being a man and he's catering to like his woman and like trying to like get a girl, and I feel like simping is kind of just like they're super desperate.
The difference between simping and chivalry is chivalry is manners. Chivalry is how well you were raised to be mannerable towards people and people of the opposite sex. I think simping is where you get taken advantage of because of that very reason.
If men are taught to give women preferential treatment and women are taught to expect preferential treatment, how is that not simping?
Because there's a difference. There's a role between a woman and there's a role between a man, and I still believe in the traditional 1960s, like the woman stays home and with the kids and raise it and the man provide.
What does feminine chivalry look like?
Feminine chivalry looks like...
That's a good question.
She'll take you out on a date sometimes. Or she's bringing things to the table. She might not take out the trash, but she might cook you a meal. And I think that goes hand in hand. Like, we need more of that. Should be 50-50.
How do modern...
I like that. I like that little interaction right there. Specifically, it's complicated asking that question. Like, what is a chivalrous act for a woman directed towards a man? Like, what can a woman do that shows chivalry to a man? And that's a great answer. Like, just showing that you are also interested and that you're also, you guys should be playing a game of like building each other up, in a sense. That's the way I look at it. You can challenge me in the comment section, or you can, positive discourse. We're not here to, argue and all this other bullshit. But, like, we should be building each other up, putting like little Lego blocks together. Like, you add some, y'all are pouring into each other. You're pouring into the pot together. That's the whole point. It shouldn't be just one person pouring into the relationship. You should both be working together, building each other up, making each other feel safe, loved, and, satisfied.
Women typically respond if you ask them to make you a sandwich.
Modern women, some women will tell you to go do it yourself, or I'm not your mom.
They would go on.
If you're not my mom and you won't make me a sandwich, then why would I pay your bills? I'm not your dad.
On about how you're misogynist and how you're abusive and all that stuff.
Even if women did cook and clean, which they already do for themselves anyway, why would that be a fair trade for the sacrifices men are expected to make?
Traditionalism.
I think it's unfair to just use the example of cooking and cleaning because women do a lot more. If you're a wife, a mother, there's a lot to do within that. So
I don't think it's a fair trade. There's always going to be more pressure on the man to provide, to keep his job, to basically hold the world on his shoulders. It's not a fair trade at all. It never will.
Don't talk about that, though.
Why would women appreciate the sacrifices men...
But as a man, you should feel, there's some level of pride and acknowledging that you are out there doing the thing to bring back home the bacon, literally, and protect and provide for your family. There's a sense and level of pride. I don't want to say ego. Maybe there's some ego there too, for sure, right? Us as men, egotistical at times too, right? There should be a really gratifying, positive, prideful feel or emotion that's backed up by that by being the one to step up and put the team on your back so everyone else is taken care of and you feel great that you're taking care of people that you love, right? That's the whole point.
Men make if men are going to continue making those sacrifices regardless.
Exactly. That is a great one right there.
I think that women are never going to appreciate it the same way that it has ever been appreciated, simply because now they're being conditioned to believe that they're entitled to it simply because they're a woman.
She's
and,
going
and
off.
that goes back.
And it's the thing, like, if you felt as though you are entitled to someone protecting and providing for you, making your life a lot easier so you can live comfortable in your femininity, as if you can't do that by yourself. But like, if you expect that, then what do you think if we live in this very equal, you know, we are all equal, everyone, you know, children of God, what should be required for a man? Like, what is a given for a man? Like, and don't just say, you know, but like, what's more than that? Like, I know we're simple creatures, but we do want more than just cheeks. You know, it's more, it's deeper than that. You know,
Back into the simping. Some guys like they're not even man enough to be like to have their own. I don't want to say confidence, but at least respect for yourself.
That's very true.
If a woman turns you down, you go to the next one. The thing about these simps is that they would let a woman disrespect them and still give her money and still try to, you know, play the game with her. And I'm like, yeah, you're not even a man to me.
I agree. And let's get straight to my final thoughts. The video's getting a little bit longer. So my final thoughts, right? Chivalry versus being a simp. Are they synonymous? Are they the exact same thing? Are they completely different? What are the pros and cons of each? I do agree with a lot of the points that the men and women were making on this video when it comes to chivalry. You want to show effort. You want to show mannerism too. You want to be respectful and show that you are a gentleman, because believe it or not, I mean, I don't think being a gentleman makes you weak. I don't think being a gentleman or showing chivalrous actions and a chivalrous vibe to a woman makes you a simp. Now, if she clearly isn't interested in you, here's the difference, the gray line. If she is clearly not interested in you and you are still showing these chivalrous, you know, actions towards this young lady, then you are edging the line of being a simp, literally. So I truly believe once the cat and mouse game, when you're playing that in good faith, like, you know, she's, you know, maybe batting eyes at you and you're pursuing her, sure. But when she's literally not giving you much attention, she's not giving you much, you know, when it comes to texting you back, really, you're texting you days later, a week later or some shit like that, and you're still trying to send flowers, you're still trying to send these morning messages every morning. You know, you'd be sending those morning messages and you think they're great, you think you're the only one doing it. You're not the only one doing it, and she's annoyed by it. Stop doing it. But you know, there's just there is a gray line. You shouldn't cross over that. But we are not going to go out here and say that chivalry should not be a thing. Like, I truly believe, again, you can tell me in the comment section what you believe. My opinion, not a fact. I think chivalry should be a thing. I think men should still be very chivalrous, be gentlemen to women, open doors, pull out seats, you know, pay for things. Don't be a simp about it. Like, obviously respect yourself, show some respect for yourself. Don't let these ladies walk over you. Don't let anyone walk over you. If you know, classify yourself as a man, and I'm not trying to say I know all the ins and outs of being a man and manhood. I'm just saying that someone who is channeling that masculinity and wants to be how they feel, they view themselves as a man, you're not going to let other people walk over you, especially women. Like, you're not going to do that. You're just going to move on to the next one. That's just my whole interpretation of this. Don't be a simp. It's the easiest way I can kind of wrap this video up. Just don't be one. Don't be a simp, but treat women with kindness, be respectful. I'm not saying be nice, but be kind, be gentle with these ladies. They're going through a lot too at the end of the day. It's not just us and the weight of the world on our shoulders. Our ladies are feeling that weight too, especially nowadays. So if you're pursuing a lady, let's do it with good intent, fellas, and don't prey on baby mamas like in the last video we talked about. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the video. Chivalry versus simping. Are you a simp? Are you being a chivalrous man to women? Anyways, please subscribe, like button, notification bell if you like what we talk about here on the channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you.